In India, owning a home is more than just bricks and mortar. It's an emotional anchor. It represents security, stability, and a sense of achievement passed down through generations. We grow up hearing, "Apna ghar, apni marzi," your house, your rules. This deep-rooted aspiration fuels the desire to buy, often overshadowing practical considerations. But in 2025, with soaring property prices and evolving lifestyles, the rent versus buy dilemma demands a closer look. Should we let emotions dictate this crucial financial decision, or is it time to analyze the numbers and explore alternative paths to financial security? Let's delve into the facts and figures to make an informed choice. Buying a house brings immense joy and a sense of pride. It signifies putting down roots, building a future, and creating a legacy for your children. The social status associated with homeownership is undeniable, often influencing our choices. However, this emotional gratification comes at a cost. The financial implications of buying, especially in today's market, can be significant. We must carefully weigh the emotional benefits against the long-term financial impact. Is the pride of ownership worth the potential financial strain? This is the crucial question we must ask ourselves. Let's dive into a real-world scenario and compare the cost of buying a 1 crore rupee flat in the year 2025. This is a common dream for many Indian families, but is it really the best financial decision? To find out, we'll break down the numbers and see how buying stacks up against renting a similar property over a 20-year period. On one side, we have the option of buying. On the other, renting a comparable home for the same duration. Let's see how the costs add up for each. For buying, the first big hurdle is the down payment, 20 lakh rupees up front, which is a significant chunk of savings for most people. The remaining 80 lakhs is usually financed through a home loan. Assuming a 9% interest rate over 20 years, your monthly EMI will be quite substantial, and the total interest paid over the loan's lifetime is staggering. In fact, you'll end up paying about 1 crore 15 lakhs just in interest alone, almost as much as the original price of the flat. And don't forget the additional expenses: registration fees, stamp duty, regular maintenance and repairs. These can easily add up to another 15 lakhs or more over 2 decades. So when you total everything, down payment, loan interest and other costs, the overall outflow for buying comes to roughly 2.5 crores over 20 years. Now let's look at renting. Suppose you pay a monthly rent of 40,000 rupees, with a conservative 3% increase each year to account for inflation and market trends. Over 20 years, the total rent paid adds up to about 1 crore 44 lakhs. That's a big number, but still much less than the total cost of buying. Plus, if you invest the money you would have used for the down payment and the monthly savings from lower rent, you could potentially grow your wealth even more. We'll explore how much that could be in the next section. This example clearly shows that, when you add up all the numbers, buying a home can be significantly more expensive than renting over a 20-year period, especially when you consider the opportunity to invest your savings elsewhere. Instead of locking up a large sum in a down payment, imagine investing that money and your monthly savings from renting. Here's the scenario. Invest the 20 lakhs down payment and an additional 25,000 saved monthly. The difference between EMI and rent in a diversified portfolio yielding 8% annual returns. The result? After 20 years, your investment could grow to over 2.2 crores. This really demonstrates the potential of compounding. By investing wisely, you might accumulate a larger corpus than the appreciated value of the property, while also enjoying the flexibility that comes with renting. Renting offers, unparalleled flexibility, especially in today's dynamic job market. You can easily relocate for better opportunities without the burden of selling a property. Renting allows you to adapt to changing life situations like marriage, children, or even caring for aging parents without being tied down to a specific location. Moreover, renting frees you from the responsibilities of property maintenance, repairs, and property taxes. This can really be a significant advantage, especially for those who prefer a hassle-free lifestyle. While renting offers flexibility and, honestly, potential financial advantages, it's important to recognize that renting can also give you the freedom to explore different neighborhoods, adapt to changing job opportunities, and avoid the long-term commitment that comes with home ownership. For many, renting is a smart way to manage expenses, especially if you're still figuring out your long-term plans or want to keep your options open. On the other hand, buying a home can be the right decision in certain situations, especially if you're ready to put down roots and invest in your future. Home ownership can offer a sense of security and the opportunity to build equity over time. For example, if you're looking for long-term stability and plan to settle in a city for more than 10 years, buying might make sense. Staying in one place for a decade or more can help you ride out market fluctuations and truly make a house your own. There are also emotional reasons, like wanting a place that truly feels like yours, where you can create lasting memories and traditions with your loved ones. The desire for a permanent home, a space you can personalize and grow into, is a powerful motivator for many families. And the pride of ownership, knowing that your home is truly yours, are totally valid emotional factors that shouldn't be underestimated. If you happen to find a property significantly below market value or in an up-and-coming neighborhood with strong growth potential, that can be a good investment, potentially offering returns that outpace other forms of investment over the long term. And if you have substantial savings beyond your emergency funds and retirement planning, and you're financially prepared for the responsibilities of ownership, investing in property can be an option worth considering, especially if it aligns with your long-term goals and lifestyle needs. However, even in these scenarios, it's essential to be realistic about the ongoing costs of home ownership, such as maintenance, property taxes, and unexpected repairs. Thorough financial planning and careful consideration of all factors are, well, absolutely crucial. Take your time, seek expert advice, and make sure your decision fits both your current situation and your future aspirations. Buying a property is not without its risks. It's essential to be aware of the potential downsides. Delays and hidden costs like construction delays, legal complications, and unexpected charges can really inflate the final cost. Then there are quality issues. Substandard construction can lead to costly repairs and maintenance. Illiquidity is another thing. Selling a property can be time-consuming and challenging, especially during market downturns. And let's not forget about interest rate fluctuations. Changes in interest rates can significantly impact your EMI burden. So, before taking the plunge, make sure you thoroughly research the builder's reputation, understand all associated costs, and factor in potential risks. Several myths surround the rent versus buy debate. Let's debunk some common ones. Myth: renting is wasting money. Fact: renting actually provides shelter and flexibility, and the money you save can be invested wisely. Another myth is paying EMI is a smart saving strategy. But the fact is, EMIs involve a substantial interest component, and investing the same amount could actually yield higher returns. Making informed financial decisions really means separating these myths from facts and understanding your own priorities and risk appetite. The rent versus buy decision is honestly deeply personal. It's not just about numbers on a spreadsheet or what your friends and family might suggest. It's about your unique life situation, your dreams, and the kind of future you want to build for yourself and your loved ones. Your individual circumstances and financial goals play a huge role in shaping this choice. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. To help you navigate this, here's a simple yet effective framework you can use as a starting point. First, think about your financial goals. If you're focused on growing your wealth, maximizing investments, or want the freedom to pursue early retirement, renting might make more sense. Renting can free up your capital, allowing you to invest in other opportunities or experiences that matter to you. On the other hand, if you value long-term stability, want to build equity, or dream of owning a place you can truly call your own, then buying could be the right path for you. Home ownership can offer a sense of security and belonging that renting sometimes can't match. Next, consider your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable with the ups and downs of the property market, or do you prefer more predictable outcomes? Renting is often better for those who don't mind high market fluctuations and want the flexibility to adapt quickly. Buying, meanwhile, is suited for those who prefer lower property market risks and want to lock in their living situation for the long term. Your time horizon matters too. If you see yourself moving within the next few years, renting is usually the smarter choice. It's ideal for short-term plans, typically less than 10 years. But if you're ready to settle down and put down roots, buying is better for the long haul. Think 10 years or more. The longer you stay, the more you benefit from home ownership's advantages. And finally, reflect on your lifestyle. Do you crave flexibility, the ability to move cities or try new neighborhoods? Renting offers unmatched mobility and freedom to adapt as your life changes. Buying, in contrast, brings stability, permanence, and the chance to truly make a place your own. So, before you decide, take time to carefully assess your priorities, your appetite for risk, and your financial discipline. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The best decision is the one that aligns with your goals, your values, and your vision for the future. In the end, the choice is yours. There's really no one-size-fits-all answer. Whether you prioritize the emotional security of owning a home or the financial freedom of renting, just make sure your decision aligns with your personal goals and financial capabilities. Educate yourself, seek expert advice if needed, and make an informed choice that empowers you to build a secure and fulfilling future. Remember, it's not just about having a roof over your head. It's about creating a life you love.